Hey food lovers, welcome to Flavor City, Seattle style. That's right, we're cruising into Ballard, a neighborhood bursting with more flavor than a spice bazaar after a chili pepper festival. We're talking about real deal eats, the kind of places that make your taste buds do a happy dance. We've been all over this map, trust me. We're talking greasy spoons with hearts of gold, funky joints with lines around the block, and little mom and pop shops slinging secret recipes that'll make you want to slap your mama, but don't respect your mama. We've scoured Google reviews, stalked Yelp pages, and interrogated every foodie we could find to bring you the best of the best. This ain't your average top 10 list, folks. This is a full-on flavor explosion, a culinary crusade, a righteous pilgrimage to the tastiest spots in Ballard. We're about to dive headfirst into a sea of deliciousness. Get ready to drool over some mouth-watering dishes. And maybe, just maybe, loosen your belt a notch or two. Let's get cooking. First up, we're dropping anchor at the Walrus and the Carpenter. The main attraction here is the star of the show, the oysters, fresh shucked beauties flown in daily from the Pacific Northwest. Drizzled with lemon, mignonette, or house-made hot sauce, these babies are a party in your mouth. So whether you're a seasoned oyster shucker or a landlubber, the Walrus and the Carpenter is a must-try. All right, folks, next up we're cruising over to a joint that's bringing the heat, literally. Reyes BBQ is smoking up some of the most incredible Filipino-inspired barbecue you'll ever sink your teeth into. We're talking about fall-off-the-bone ribs, juicy pulled pork, and chicken so tender it practically melts in your mouth. But hold on to your hats, folks, because Reyes BBQ ain't your average barbecue joint. They're taking those classic smoky flavors and giving them a Filipino twist that'll make your taste buds sing. He's using traditional Filipino ingredients and techniques to create some seriously next-level barbecue. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the adobo ribs. These bad boys are marinated for 24 hours in a secret blend of soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and spices, then slow smoked to perfection. The result? A flavor explosion that'll transport you straight to the islands. But that's not all, folks. Reyes BBQ is also serving up some killer sides that'll have you licking your plate clean. We're talking creamy mac and cheese with a hint of coconut milk, tangy pickled papaya slaw, and garlic fried rice that'll make you want to slap your mama. But don't, remember, it's about family, tradition, and the power of good food to bring people together. So grab your crew, head down to Reyes BBQ, and get ready to taste the islands in every bite. All right, Flavor City, we're cruising into Un Bien, a little slice of the Caribbean right here in Ballard. This place is popping with color, and the aroma of island spices is gonna knock your flip-flops off. We're talking jerk chicken, plantains, mango salsa, the real deal, folks. Now, the owner here, he's got this Caribbean roast sandwich that's off the chain. Slow roasted pork shoulder, marinated in this crazy good blend of spices, piled high on toasted bread with all the fixings. We're talking tender, juicy pork, a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet, all those Caribbean flavors just exploding in your mouth. Trust me, this sandwich is the real deal. Next up, we're gonna dive into some sides, cause you know I gotta have my sides. Un Bien's got some killer plantains, some rice and beans that'll make you want to slap your mama in a good way, and their mango salsa is the perfect balance of sweet, tangy, and spicy. It's the real deal, folks, and you can feel it in the atmosphere too. We're talking reggae music pumping, people chilling, and the smell of those Caribbean spices just filling the air. It's like transporting yourself to a whole other world right here in Ballard. And the best part? You don't need a passport to enjoy it. Now let's talk about this mango salsa for a minute. It's got that perfect balance of sweet, tangy, and spicy, and it goes with everything. I'm talking put it on your sandwich, dip your plantains in it. Heck, I'd eat it with a spoon if nobody was looking. Un Bien is a total flavor explosion, from the Caribbean roast sandwich to the sides to the atmosphere. If you're looking for a taste of the islands right here in Seattle, this is the spot. You won't be disappointed. All right, Flavor City, we're cruising into Un Bien, a little slice of the Caribbean right here in Ballard. We're talking jerk chicken, plantains, mango salsa, the real deal, folks. Now the owner here, he's got this Caribbean roast sandwich that's off the chain. Slow roasted pork shoulder marinated in this crazy good blend of spices piled high on toasted bread with all the fixings. We're talking tender, juicy pork, a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet, all those Caribbean flavors just exploding in your mouth. Trust me, this sandwich is the real deal. Next up, we're gonna dive into some sides, cause you know I gotta have my sides. Un Bien's got some killer plantains, and their mango salsa is the perfect balance of sweet, tangy, and spicy. It's the real deal, folks, and you can feel it in the atmosphere too. We're talking reggae music pumping, people chilling, and the smell of those Caribbean spices just filling the air. It's like transporting yourself to a whole other world right here in Ballard. And the best part, you don't need a passport to enjoy it. Now let's talk about this mango salsa for a minute. It's got that perfect balance of sweet, tangy, and spicy, and it goes with everything. I'm talking put it on your sandwich, dip your plantains in it. Heck, I'd eat it with a spoon if nobody was looking. Un Bien is a total flavor explosion, from the Caribbean roast sandwich to the sides to the atmosphere. If you're looking for a taste of the islands right here in Seattle, this is the spot. You won't be disappointed. Next up, we're heading over to La Carta de Oaxaca, a Ballard institution serving up authentic Oaxacan cuisine that'll rock your world. This place is the real deal, folks. Family recipes passed down through generations, and flavors that'll transport you straight to Oaxaca. We're talking about complex moles, handmade tortillas, and dishes that are as beautiful as they are delicious. And the star of the show? Their mole negro, made with over 30 ingredients including chocolate, spices, and chilies, slow cooked for hours to develop those deep, rich flavors. It's got a little bit of everything, smoky, savory, sweet, and spicy, all coming together in perfect harmony. Trust me, you've never tasted anything like it. It's a fiesta in your mouth, folks. So if you're looking for an authentic taste of Oaxaca, look no further than La Carta de Oaxaca. All right, shellfish lovers, this one's for you. We're cruising over to the Walrus and the Carpenter, a Ballard hotspot known for its killer oyster selection and laid-back vibes. We're talking fresh shucked oysters flown in daily from both coasts. We got Kushis, Kumamotos, Olympias, you name it. They change up their selection daily based on what's freshest. They got a whole slew of sauces and mignonettes to choose from. The Walrus and the Carpenter also serves up some killer small plates and seafood dishes. The atmosphere is laid back and inviting with communal tables. And the staff, they're like oyster whisperers. They got a killer selection of craft beers on tap and a curated wine list. The Walrus and the Carpenter is the place to be. Get ready for a shuckin' good time. All right, food fans, we're cruising into the Seafood Peddler, a Ballard institution that's been reeling in seafood lovers for over 40 years. This place is all about fresh catches and simple preparations that let the flavors of the sea really shine. We're talking about real deal, no-frills seafood that'll have you hooked from the first bite. Now, when I say fresh, I mean straight off the boat fresh. These guys get their seafood delivered daily, and you can taste the difference, whether you're craving a classic fish and chips, some juicy Dungeness crab, or a steaming bowl of Giopino. The Seafood Peddler's got you covered. It's the kind of place where you can kick back with a cold one, enjoy some incredible seafood, and soak in the lively atmosphere. So grab a bib, get ready to get messy, and let's dive into some of the freshest seafood in Ballard. Let me tell you, folks, the Seafood Peddler's fish and chips are legendary for a reason. We're talking about a mountain of crispy, golden brown goodness. The batter is light and airy, seasoned to perfection, and it doesn't overpower the delicate flavor of the fish. And speaking of the fish, they use only the freshest catches like cod, halibut, or rockfish, depending on what's swimming in that day. The result is a flaky, juicy, and absolutely mouth-watering piece of fish that'll have you coming back for more. But it wouldn't be fish and chips without the chips, right? And let me tell you, these chips are the real deal. They're hand-cut, fried to a perfect crisp, and seasoned with just the right amount of salt. Pair them with some tangy tartar sauce and a squeeze of lemon, and you've got yourself a flavor combination that's off the chain. Next up, we're taking a trip south to La Carta de Oaxaca, a family-run joint that's bringing the vibrant flavors of Oaxaca right here to Ballard. This place is all about authentic Oaxacan cuisine, made with love and traditional techniques. We're talking about complex flavors, fresh ingredients, and dishes that'll transport your taste buds straight to Mexico. Now, if you're a fan of moles, you're in for a real treat. La Carta de Oaxaca is known for their incredible mole sauces, which are simmered for hours to develop their rich, deep flavors. They've got everything from the smoky and complex mole negro to the sweet and slightly spicy mole coloradito. But it's not just about the moles here. La Carta de Oaxaca also serves up a killer selection of tlayudas, which are like Oaxacan pizzas. These massive tortillas are grilled to perfection and piled high with delicious toppings like chorizo, beans, cheese, and of course their signature mole sauces. All right, folks, let's talk about the star of the show at La Carta de Oaxaca, their mole negro. This ain't your average mole sauce, folks. This is the real deal, made with over 30 different ingredients, including chilies, spices, nuts, seeds, and even a touch of chocolate. The result is a complex and deeply flavorful sauce that's both savory and slightly sweet, with a hint of smokiness. It's traditionally served over chicken or pork, but honestly, it's so good you could put it on anything and it would be amazing. Now, making mole negro is a labor of love. It takes hours of slow simmering and constant stirring to achieve those incredible flavors. But trust me, it's worth every minute. One bite of this mole and you'll understand why it's considered the king of Oaxacan cuisine. Hold on tight, food fans, because we're about to take your taste buds on a trip to the Caribbean. We're rolling into Un Bien, a Ballard gem that's serving up some of the most flavorful and comforting Caribbean cuisine this side of the islands. Get ready for bold spices, vibrant colors, and a whole lot of love in every bite. Un Bien is all about celebrating the diverse flavors of the Caribbean, from the Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico and beyond. We're talking jerk chicken, mofongo, plantains, and so much more. Each dish is like a flavor explosion in your mouth with just the right amount of heat and a whole lot of soul. Now, the best part about Un Bien is that it's all about family. This place is run by a husband and wife team who are passionate about sharing their culture and cuisine with the world. And let me tell you, that passion shines through in every single dish. All right, let's talk about the dish that'll have you saying, Un Bien, after just one bite, their mofongo. Now, mofongo is a Puerto Rican staple, and this ain't your mama's mashed potatoes, folks. We're talking about fried plantains that are mashed together with garlic, olive oil, and pork cracklings for a flavor combination that's out of this world. The result is a dish that's both crispy and creamy, savory, and slightly sweet. It's traditionally served as a side dish, but honestly, it's so good you could eat it as a meal in itself. And at Un Bien, they take their mofongo to the next level. You can get it with all sorts of delicious toppings like stewed chicken, shrimp, or even a savory broth. Each bite is like a party in your mouth with the plantains, garlic, and pork cracklings all harmonizing perfectly. Trust me, folks, you gotta try this mofongo. All right, food fans, we're cruising into the home stretch with stop number 9, and let me tell you, this place is off the chain. We're talking about La Carta de Oaxaca, a family-run joint dishing up authentic Oaxacan cuisine that'll make your taste buds sing. The star of the show here is their mole, a rich, complex sauce with layers of flavor that'll blow your mind. And don't even get me started on the handmade tortillas. Trust me, folks, this is the real deal. So there you have it, folks, La Carta de Oaxaca, a real taste of Oaxaca right here in Ballard. Get yourself down here and prepare to be blown away. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're ending this epic food journey with a bang. Our final stop takes us to the Walrus and the Carpenter, a hip and happening oyster bar that's sure to satisfy your seafood cravings. This town knows its seafood, and the Walrus and the Carpenter is serving up some of the freshest, most delicious oysters you'll ever find this side of the Pacific. We're talking oysters so fresh, you can practically taste the ocean. They've got a rotating selection of oysters from all over the Pacific Northwest, each with its own unique flavor profile. Whether you like them briny or buttery, sweet or savory, you're sure to find a new favorite here. And don't even get me started on their mignonette sauce. Tangy, flavorful, and with just the right amount of kick, it's the perfect complement to those succulent oysters. We're talking steamed mussels in a garlicky white wine sauce, crispy fried smelts with aioli for dipping, and a killer smoked salmon board that'll have you saying holy smokes. And if you're feeling extra fancy, they've got a whole grilled fish section that'll knock your socks off. Think perfectly cooked salmon, halibut, or trout, seasoned to perfection and bursting with flavor. So there you have it, folks, the Walrus and the Carpenter, the perfect place to end our Ballard food adventure. From the freshest oysters to the most mouth-watering seafood dishes, this place is a real catch. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 places to eat in Ballard, Seattle. We've had a real culinary road trip from juicy burgers and crispy fries to fresh oysters and spicy mole. Which one are you most excited to try? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've got any other Ballard favorites, be sure to share those too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more delicious content. Until next time, keep on eating good in the neighborhood.